Hello and welcome back to SwimGrid.com. In this lecture we're going to learn about arrays in Java. Okay, so what is an array first? So arrays are ordered integer index collection of any object. Okay, so basically what that means is array is kind of like a list. Okay, so if you want to store names or phone numbers, you can actually basically in programming languages store in an array. Okay, so here arrays are ordered integer index collections of any object. Okay, and arrays in Java are always in curly brackets or braces. Okay, arrays indexing starts at 0, just like C or Ruby. Okay, so arrays have a thing called indexing. Okay, so if you have 4 elements in your array, so the first one starts with 0. Okay, the second one, 2, 3. So if you wanted to actually call the first one, you have to actually use array 0. Okay, so now to explain you more clearly, you can see this diagram here. Okay, so here I've got this first array of 10. Okay, I've got this 10 element array. So the first index is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay, so if we want to actually call the ninth element here, okay, you actually got to call with index 8. Okay, because although you have 10 elements, the indexing starts with 0. Okay, it's the same thing in C or Ruby. Okay, so now let's look at the code here, how you can create an array. Okay, so I've got this array class, main class here. So I've got this string array here. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you first type string and you have this square bracket in here, which basically means that you're creating an array. Okay, that's how you do it. And here I've got student names. Okay, and here the student names equal new string. Okay, so I'm actually creating a string array. Okay, and here I've got John, David, Henry, Bob, Victor. Okay, I've got this array of names. Okay, so now if you wanted to actually create an array of integers or numbers or whatever, so you actually do int. Okay, that's your data type. Here I'm actually creating an array, integer array. So I've got int, just like you have string and this square bracket, you do int with this 2 square bracket, and you do student age, which is my array. Okay, and you do new. Okay, just like you have new string, I'm creating an integer array. So I got new int, okay, with this square bracket. That's the syntax. And in the curly braces, I've got all these elements. Okay, so now if I want to call this John, right, I do system.out.println and I do student names and this 0 index. So when I do that, it's going to actually do John. Same thing, string.println, student names 2. So it's going to say 0, 1, 2. It's going to do Henry. Now if I do student names 4, I'm going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to say Victor. Now look at the student age integer array. So now if I do student age 1, it's going to say 25. And student age 4, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 33. Right? So if I print this line here, it's going to say John, Henry, Victor, 25, and 33. Just like we did. Alright, so now let's go back to our RubyMine here, and I'm actually going to create an array class. So I'm going to say array instead, array. And here, I'm actually going to do public static void main string args. Okay, so in here, I'm actually going to do, minimize this. Okay, so here, I'm actually going to do string and student names. Okay, you can do in the same line. Here I've created declared the array, string array, and I've actually declared this string array, then I created the array, then I put elements in the array. Okay, instead of creating a 2-line, you can do it in 1 line as well. So I'm going to do new string, and in here I'm actually going to do John. I'm going to say David, Henry, David, Henry, Bob, and Victor. Okay, so you can see here I've got this string array. Okay, how do I know it's string array? Because when I declared it, right? Okay, I forgot to put semicolon in here. So when I actually declared it, right, I create a string, and I've got this 2 square bracket, right, which means that I'm creating a string array, and in here I'm doing new string. Okay, I'm actually creating an array, right? Okay, the syntax is, since it's string array, I'm going to do string, the square bracket, and whatever the name you want, and you do new string, okay, that, and you put the what do you call your elements in that array. Okay, so another thing with the integer here, so I'm going to say student age, I'm going to say new int. Okay, so here I'm going to say 25, 32, 29, say 39, 40. Alright, so now if I wanted to print out the John, I'm going to actually do 0 because the indexing starts with 0 in array. Alright, so now okay, so if I want to actually print out Henry, so I'm actually going to do 0, 1, 2, sorry, 2. Okay, if I want to do Victor, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now this is for the student age. So if I do 0, it's going to do 25. And if I want to do this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I run this, you can see here, student name 0 is John, because it's starting with 0 index. 2, 0, 1, 2, it says Henry. Student names 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it says 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, Victor. Student age 0, 25, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. Okay, so now let's say if I do this, okay, student grade equals new string. See what happens. Oops, there's no 4.25, it's going to be 3.25, so 3.0, 3, 1, and so on. See? So when I do that, it says that incompatible types required int found Java line that string. So basically you cannot create an object from this using this integer class. Okay, we're going to talk about that later. You cannot actually create an integer array instantiating the string. Okay, so here you actually declare I want the integer array. Okay, but then here you're actually creating an object from the string class. It's not possible. Okay, so you can do int that. Okay, and here when I do int, it's going to throw an error because this is string, which is not possible. Okay, so anyway, that's the way. I'm just trying to show you that when you declare that you want an integer array, you actually have to use whatever data type you used here. Okay, so I've got int, a new int, you got string here, new string. Okay, so if I want to create a grade here, I'm actually going to do double, and I'm going to do student grade equal new double. Okay, and in here I can do 4.0, 3.25, and 3.0, 2.9, 3.5, and so on. So now if I do system.out.println student grade 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna say 2.9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 2.9. Right? So the other way you can actually create an array is, let's say I create an array called student subjects. Okay, so here I could do that. So I'm going to say new string, and I can also declare how many I want. Let's say I want 5 elements. Okay, so I created a student subjects string array. Okay, so now I can do length here. Oops. Let's see if I can declare here. So 0 equals I'm going to say computer science. I'm going to say student subjects 1. Okay, it's a sociology. Okay, I'm going to copy this to save some time. And 2, 3, let's say history. And let's say the 4th one is biology. Okay, and the fifth element here, so it starts with 4. I'm going to say English. Okay, so 5th index is actually physics. Okay, so now if I do system.out.println, I can also do student subjects and actually grab the 5th one, and let's see, it should say physics. Oops. Okay, so here when I do that, it's saying that array index out of bounds exception. Okay, that's a very good one. So here what I'm saying is I need only 5th element, but however I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I try to run it, it's saying that I already declared this string variable student subjects to be only 5 elements. Okay, this student subjects I declared an array to only have 5, but I'm adding here this 6th element using 5th index. Okay, so now I'm actually going to do 4, and it should work. See here, it says English. So instead of like having like this, right, declared variables, you can create array, string array, or any array, like, and put how many elements you want, right? So new, int, or whatever. Just declare the number of elements here, and you can add that later as well. Okay, so that's it for this array class. Okay, I hope you guys understood how you can create an array in Java. It's a little syntax heavy compared to other programming languages, right? So just be familiar with the syntax, how you can actually create an array in Java, and just try to play around with it. Okay, the other thing we learned about is the array index starts at 0. Okay, and you can grab the get the element from the array using the array and in the square bracket whatever the index you want, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so we also learned about the other way of creating a string array, where you actually declare the elements inside the array, and you can add that array's elements later on, like this. Alright, so that's it for this lecture. I will see you guys in our next lecture.